All right, this next news story reads like it was made from a Hollywood movie script. It's very intense, it's very technical, but we're going to dumb it down and break it down for you right now in this video. The National Security Agency, the NSA, has been hacked, and the hacking group, which calls themselves the Shadow Brokers, is asking for 1 million bitcoins in order to release the findings that they got after they hacked the NSA servers. Sounds too good to be true. Sounds implausible. Sounds insane. This has never happened before. But many cybersecurity experts, including Edward Snowden himself, have said that this is legitimate. Now, to technically break this down for you, an unknown hacker or hacker group of hackers just claimed to have hacked into the Equation Group. The Equation Group is the cyber attack group associated with the NSA. To prove that the shadow brokers actually did this, that they hacked the NSA, they have actually dumped a bunch of hacking tools, malware, private exploits, and hacking tools on GitHub and Tumblr. These posts have been taken down by now, but they have been looked at and investigated by cybersecurity experts, and they are saying that this hack is legitimate. Now, the hackers demanding, in this article it said $568 million. Well, now it's actually $576 million because of this news and other developments in the crypto world. The Bitcoin price has gone up. So they're asking for $576 million, 1 million Bitcoins, in order to release the complete findings on the server. Now, what is going to be found on those servers? It's going to be exactly what the NSA, what this offensive group of the NSA uses to go after certain countries. It may also give great detail into what countries the US is offensively going after. Now, this is nothing new as far as the cyber warfare that has been happening between other countries. This has been happening for a number of times, but as Edward Snowden points out, the fact that this is made public now, which is not to the benefit of a certain country, this is meant as if to send a message to the United States that they have their information. Because it is also very unlikely that someone will have 1 million Bitcoins. It is also unlikely that someone, as an individual, would give $576 million in order to get this information publicly released. So this, according to Edward Snowden and according to many experts, seems like a message, like a shot fired in the air against the United States. And of course, many people are speculating, including Edward Snowden himself, that this is a warning shot by Russia after the United States has claimed that Russia was the country that was responsible for the recent DNC leaks that have happened. Now we have the DNC, we have the Obama administration, we have Hillary Clinton, all pointing their finger at Vladimir Putin within the last couple of weeks without any information, without any kind of just verification, just pure outright conspiracy theories by Hillary Clinton, the DNC, and the Obama administration pointing their finger at Vladimir Putin and Russia for the DNC leaks. And that's why Edward Snowden and many experts are saying this new 1 million Bitcoin bounty on the NSA is meant as a public message. Now, Edward Snowden tweeted and tried to explain this to everyone, and we're going to try to dumb this down so people could actually understand. Snowden tweeted, number 1, NSA traces and targets malware, C2 servers in a practice called counter computer network exploitation, or CCNE. So do our rivals. The NSA is often lurking undetected for years on the C2 and ORB proxy hops of state hackers. This is how we follow their operations. So he's explaining how this hacking group, who is associated with the NSA, is offensively going after other hackers, other countries, other governments, and they're able to penetrate their servers, and they're able to find out what tools they're using in order to get through the barriers, the security levels that countries have set up in order to, as he says it in number 3, this is how we steal their rivals' hacking tools and reverse engineer them to create fingerprints. Fingerprints are a way to detect the hacks that are happening from foreign governments against our government. He says, number 4, here's where it gets interesting. The NSA is not made of magic. Our rivals do the same thing to us and occasionally succeed. Knowing this, NSA hackers are told not to leave their hacking tools binary on the server after an operation, but people get lazy. What's new? NSA malware staging servers getting hacked by a rival is not new. A rival publicly demonstrating they have done so is. So he's saying this is standard protocol in this kind of cyber warfare that happens between countries, but it's not usually in the benefit of a country to say, hey, we have your tools. It's more meant to send a message. Why? And he says, number 7, why did they do it? No one knows, but I suspect this is more diplomacy than intelligence related to the escalation around the DNC hack. Number 8, circumstantial evidence and conventional wisdom indicates Russia's responsibility. Here's why this is significant. This leak is likely a warning that someone can prove U.S. responsibility for any attacks that originated from malware servers. That could have a significant foreign policy consequences, particularly if any of those operations targeted U.S. allies. So Snowden is saying with this leak, if someone does pay the bounty of 1 million bitcoins, they could find out what the NSA has been offensively doing against other countries, including ones that we are allied with. And if you look in the past, the NSA has been caught spying on world leaders. They have been caught bugging European allies, including Angela Merkel herself. It has hurt extreme diplomatic relations between the United States and its allies when this information came out. And of course, it will have huge geopolitical ramifications for the United States if this hack is released. He says, number 11, particularly if any of those operations targeted elections. Accordingly, this may be an effort to influence the calculus of decision-making, wondering how sharply to respond to the DNC hacks. This leak looks like somebody sending a message that an escalation in the attribution game could get messy fast. And this, from my expertise and from other experts that I talked into the field of cyber warfare, this does look like it will get messy geopolitically between all the information that's developing right now in this hugely confusing cyber warfare that's played out right in front of us on social media like Twitter. Now, Edward Snowden even says in a bonus, when I came forward, Edward Snowden actually went to the NSA and whistleblowed and said, hey, what you guys are doing is illegal, unconstitutional. I'm going to go to the higher order of command and whistleblow and make sure you guys don't violate the law. Make sure you guys don't spy on everyone and look at people's nudes and violate your constitutional oath. Well, he was ignored. He actually came to them with this information as well, and this precaution would have been a way to make sure that this hack would have never happened. He says that it would have been cheap and easy for the NSA to migrate their servers to make sure that they would not be caught by other governments, but of course he was ignored, and he left a last final tweet saying, "You're welcome, NSA, lots of love." Interesting, incredible developments happening geopolitically in the cyber warfare, and it's only going to get crazier as time goes on. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to be covering this and a lot more here on real, uncensored, unbiased, unfiltered, independent media. We are Change. Subscribe.